So Mother's Day is coming up, and a great gift would be a typographic style t-shirt design. You see these on print-on-demand sites or Etsy and things like that, and they always sell super well, and they have cute and encouraging quotes that mothers are proud to wear. So let's check how to make one easily in Kittl. And by the way, if you don't have Kittl yet, go ahead and sign up using the link in the description. It works right in your browser. No need to download anything, and you can follow along with this tutorial. So let's get started. So here is the text we are going to use for our Mother's Day shirt. This awesome mom belongs to Alex, Jessica, David. Those are the children's names. And so what we want to do is think about hierarchy with this typographic design. Now, let me just move this off to the side. You can hit W to turn on or off the trim view. Let's grab just mom for now, because again, thinking about hierarchy, we want this really big. So a good tip is to think about what your most important word is going to be, or what you attribute the most importance to, and then go backwards from there. What's most important after that, and then what's least important. So we're going to use this Salino font, which is exclusive to Kittl. It's a beautiful font we just recently added, but I like that it stays in this kind of elegant retro, maybe 60s, 70s style vibe. And what we're going to do is put this on an angle, because we're going to create a rectangle style shape, a shirt that fits the rectangle very well, but we're going to use angled type along with type that's been distorted to kind of fill out this rectangle. So let's duplicate this. You can hold Alt or Option key and drag. And then what we're going to do is use our second word, awesome. That's going to be our second most important word to follow along this angle here. So let's go ahead and click in and type awesome, but I want to use a different font for this one, so I do want to mix some typography together to get a kind of just a little bit more visual interest in this. So let's go and pick a script font. Now, you want to be selecting something that's still in the same genre. I think this still is in that 60s, 70s style, the Sunship font. And now you can go over to glyphs in this font as well as many others and choose some characters that are specific. So the E, I think, is a little bit different, and I think it'll be cool if we have this kind of like tail coming up into the top. I think that's nice, and it'll kind of help us fill some space later. So now we've got some varying type here that still works nicely together, and let's use a couple different colors. I'm going to keep this to about 3 colors. Just kind of like staggering them to make sure there's some visual interest, but I don't want to get too crazy with the colors. Now I want to find this separating line here, and I want to frame the word mom with this. I'm going to make this the same yellow as the word awesome, but after I get this just about where it needs to be following along the angle of the mom, I'm just going to size this up the way that it needs to be, and then I can change the color and duplicate it. So that way I want to make sure everything is in that same angle. You may have to take a couple tries to get it exactly correct, but no worries. Let's change this to yellow. We're going to give it some line shadow there just below mom. Again, kind of makes it pop a little bit, and it will just depend maybe on the color shirt background that you're using. Now let's add some decoration. I'm going to go through, adjust the sliders, and make something a little cute, a little creative there, a little bit of the vertical dash lines there. So now let's add some more text, and we're going to put this and choose a different font yet again, but still in the same kind of style. We're going to use this one called Sunny Drop. Again, we're just going kind of retro for this design, and I think all of these fonts play well together, especially when we think about which word is most important, like which one are you going to see first, or which one you're going to read from top to bottom. We are going to distort this so that it helps fill out that rectangle space. So I don't want it all the way over here, but I want to make it fill this space here on the left. So if I hit the distort tool right here, then I can start grabbing these angles, and this may take you just a little bit of time to get this and tweak it where you need to be, but I can move these handles to make sure that the corner is super sharp, and then I can do the same thing down here. I'm going to put belongs to, and I'm going to use the same technique, getting it to follow along with this angle, and then I'm going to put the kids' names here, but I want to pick a little bit of a different font. I want something a little bit more playful that represents the kids' names, but still goes in line with the rest of the shirt here. Again, changing the color to match, make sure there's no differing colors there. So I'm going to put the 3 kids' names here, and then what I'm going to do is size down belongs to and put like a little colon here, a little semicolon, and I'm using 2 simple shapes, the circle shapes, so that it scales up or down accordingly depending on how you want to do it. But now what I think what might be even cooler, just take it to the next level, is if I put an arrow pointing upward, like to, you know, the mom's face, basically pointing to the mom, right? So this, you know, with an arrow pointing up, I think is kind of cute, kind of clever. So I'll just change this color to that pink. So now we have this awesome mom belongs to Alex, Jessica, and David, and I think that just kind of takes it to the next level. Now, what I'm going to do is kind of just speed up through adding some more visual elements, some florals. I'm going to add a couple of hearts as well, just to fill in some space, and I think just kind of completes it. Again, some on top, some behind the text, and just adding a couple of little visual components that, you know, you might not see at first, but once you get closer to the shirt design, you're like, oh, that's really cool. There's some detail there. So here is our finished t-shirt design that was done in Kittl. I think this will make a fantastic Mother's Day gift, and just think about quotes you could use, and I hope you have a ton of fun with this tutorial. Now, if you want to see other tutorials using Kittl, I have these videos here on my right that I know you're going to enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos and features and things like that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.